We love hip
I'm not
hop.
trying to offend your political connects. You
He
know
is
what
an
I mean?
OVO lawyer. Yeah.
Say what you gotta say, bro. Don't be. I'm objective, man.
He's objectively OVO's lawyer. No, I'm joking. Yeah, no, continue.
But I know you're about to show the weekend thing. But I just want to ask you one thing. Do you think Drake is beefing with Universal or something right now? That's why he's releasing all this maybe footage that was supposed to be meant for a documentary.
Yes.
Hmm. That sounds like an insider. Yes.
No. I'm
And
just.
like, why is all this stuff coming out so randomly?
It's an insider yes from the way where my insider knowledge just from watching the game over the years and just seeing these moves, it looks like somebody that's beefing with their label. But I don't have any insider. Like I didn't talk to anybody.
Didn't Taylor Swift make like $250,000 or something off her documentary?
Yeah.
Yo,
And she was beefing with her label. Also, she did a whole re-release of a bunch of her shit. So she had to take her power back.
So it looks like when an artist and a record label are shaky, go for the documentary. That seems like the move. And a Drake documentary, people would have went to theaters to watch that, bro.
Definitely.
That would have been wild for the city.
Bro, look at the Justin Bieber documentary, fam.
Yo, that was in 3D. You can watch that in 3D.
But yeah, that's crazy. A 3D documentary is insane.
You know, who's to say that he still won't release one? All we're seeing is all of these different clips, all just separately.
Yeah.
And like you have to be a real like Drake junkie to just sit there. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people have sat there and gone through all the files, but a lot of us are media guys.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm talking about the fans. It's just sit there and go clip. Only the real Drake fans went through clip by clip to see everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the thing with the documentary format is that it actually gives it a narrative and connects all the clips. But when you just watch them out of context, they just seem like random videos they were taking throughout their times. But like if it was in a documentary form where it's like, after that, we decided to go to London, England to perform.
Exactly.
And then it was like, like you need that type of narration for that. But a Drake documentary would go crazy. But you're saying you think he's exhibiting behavior of someone who is beefing with their label.
Yeah, and not only because of the documentary or things that could be potentially for a documentary, because of the way that he keeps on releasing these songs.
Yeah.
Like what in like a quick way?
Well, these 3 songs that are up here on the screen right now, they're not on streaming platforms. However, last night after I finished the stream, I got hit for one of these songs. So I had to cut it out of the stream.
I knew you were gonna get hit, bro. I didn't want to say anything though, but I'm like, cause that the same thing happened last time. When you recorded it at the time, you wouldn't have got hit, and then by the time you released it, strike.
Yeah, or just notice, because if it was strikes, I wouldn't even play this shit. But it was also a test too. Like I knew when I was playing the songs last night that one of these songs I'm going to get a notice for, and then that's also going to be a tell. Like, okay, what's going on? Is it going to drop on streaming platforms next, or does the label actually own this material?
Yo, it's almost like you get the exclusive of whether it's going to drop based on whether you get hit with a copyright notice.
Yeah. So I got hit with a copyright notice for which one of the songs here? Circadian Rhythm, the language too.
That makes sense because that song is getting the most motion. Like when I'm again on TikTok and stuff, there's a lot of people reacting to that song and saying that song is actually the best.
Okay, so then why isn't it out then? Why are we looking at it on the screen on the man's Finsta?
Maybe they're trying to figure out the logistics of everything.
Maybe they're trying to figure out how to make this a chart-topping song. You know what I'm saying?
Because Drake does need like a top 10 song right now.
So when have we ever seen the labels do this type of marketing where it just looks like the artist is just putting out shit whenever they want? And that's just a label marketing tactic in the end of the day.
Looking from Drake's perspective, I feel like he's looking at all of his comrades who became independent recently and are moving with autonomy. It's like, damn, you're like, I want to just drop a 3-pack. I want to just drop clips. Like I want to be able to do this, but due to contractual obligations, he can't.
Yeah.
Yes, you're one of the richest in the game. You're one of the biggest in the game. Pause. But you can't move how you want to move. You know, so
Wow. So you
That's
think he's
crazy
trying-
when you think about it.
He's trying to do the Yeezy thing.
bro, Kanye literally moves how he wants to move. Although a lot of the moves be wacky and outrageous, it's still freedom and liberation, you know.
So what if Drake, and I'm gonna ask a different question in the chat here. Would Drake do better if he was independent right now?
Nah,
Because think about an independent Drake. That means he has to put everything out of his own pocket now. He doesn't have the label just to push the button and, you know, give him the budget. Give me $1 million to shoot a music video so I can give away the whole million.
I was gonna say I don't think Drake is creative enough to move independently. You know, like you have to be kind of like crazy to be able to reach the masses with no machine. You know what I mean? To reach billions of people without the machine backing you is very difficult, bro.
But Drake has a machine in his social media and resources department. Like he has enough access to different like productions and stuff. He has the right people around him creatively. Like he can make things happen by himself. Maybe not like by himself individually, but he can kind of coordinate everything to everyone's taste, you know?
Bro, you couldn't
Yeah.
even coordinate a proper response to Kendrick, dog. I don't think you could coordinate a full independent career. And especially if he's going against the label system, who's going to be actively trying to diminish him.
I think
Okay.
he can coordinate an independent career at this point of his career with all the money and people he knows. Like, what would he struggle with?
He's
I-
okay.
I gotta
Cardi,
kind of lean on what Zara's saying, to be honest, because he's paid enough dues in the game now, and he's literally making everybody know about his shit without the label. Everybody knows about these songs, and the
Yeah,
label's not involved.
okay, he's dropped like 13 songs since this whole altercation, and not one of them have even been top 20. And he's normally the numbers guy. So I feel like if he doesn't have the numbers to back it up, like what is he gonna stand on when he's independent, you know?
But I don't think Drake makes the majority of money off like his music streams. I really don't.
I think he's the only artist that makes majority money from music.
of his money.
Yeah.
Well, what else does he do, really and truly? Like besides the Utopia show or Euphoria show, I mean, and shit like that.
October,
The clothing, bro.
The clothing.
The clothing, nah.
Nah.
He's actually there's been a report that he might be kind of like separating himself from the clothing at this point too.
You don't think he was profiting off OVO like that?
not more than
clothing.
music.
His music is probably his main source of income, to be honest, because he puts out so much of it, and so much of it is so successful. Like he's kind of one of the exceptions to the rule when it comes to these artists. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what about Virginia Black?
What about Virginia Black?
What happened to that, bro? Did he sell it? No, but what I will say is he has enough like reoccurring income from his hits and like songs, his old songs that still get spins to this day internationally, that even just making these new songs, even though they might not be hitting crazy billion numbers, they're still like adding to his income flow. And I'm sure he has like other forms of revenue. Like it's not just music.
And I just
Well,
want to
he'll be all right. Oh, 1 second. He'll be all right too. Like if he went independent and all of a sudden his sales drop because he doesn't have the machine behind him, it's not like he's going to go broke. He's just going to be an artist who doesn't sell 1 million in a week anymore, or 500,000 in a week. He sells 100,000 or 80,000 in the first week, and you just live like that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm not saying that Drake would completely fall off if he became independent, but his whole career since like 2010, he's been standing on like I'm the best in the game, my numbers, da da da. So I feel like once he kind of loses that, then what is the substance to Drake? Is just gonna be talking about young things for the rest of the you know what I mean? Like
Yo, this guy, natural be acting like he don't live in Toronto. Eh? Yo, you didn't hear what I said about the Rosen and the buses and all that, bro.
No, it's actually funny because I'm going to an event like a week from now, and I'm literally hiring security because like I'm not gonna say I'm a public figure, but certain people in the industry they want to see me get smoked still. So like, yeah, let me just pull up proper, not take any chances.
Neatly.
We love hip hop.